Can AI eliminate the expensive and excruciatingly long process of materials research? We're going to find out from Barbara Prähofer, co-founder of ExoMatter. This is the first of 3 on-site interviews we did at the Munich Urban Colab with XPRENEURS Incubator and the startups going through their program. Let's go take a look.
So, thanks so much for sitting down and talking about us. And we'll go with a nice, easy question to start, which is, what's your name, what's your startup, and what is the problem that you guys are solving?
Yeah, thanks having me here today. I'm Barbara. I'm one of the co-founders of ExoMatter, and we're doing digital materials development. So we want to help companies to find better and more efficient materials in case of some properties they're searching for.
Okay, so give us a bit of a concrete example of that. What does that look like in the real world?
Yeah, for example, a battery producer searching for new materials. And then usually the case is that they do a lot of trial and error, put some chemical ingredients together and try it out in the lab. And what we are doing is to find, especially for the properties, cost, sustainability, engineering, physical, chemical, and performance properties, the exact perfect material for their use case. So they can save cost, time, and find more innovative materials.
Okay, and you're doing all of this digitally?
Yes, we do it KI-based algorithms, and we have a web-based platform where they have access to it, and then they can search their own materials.
And this sounds like it would take a lot of processing power to go through all the different permutations and possibilities. Is that the case, or is AI making this a lot more efficient?
AI is making that a lot more efficient, and there are in the market raw data of DFT calculations. So we not always do our own calculations, and that saves a lot of all this power that you usually need. And the KI or AI for sure makes it more efficient.
Okay. And what stage is your company at right now? And where do you hope to be in the next 6, 12, 18 months?
Yeah, we are between pre-seed and seed because we didn't raise money yet. So we are we are 3 founders, and we got money from the Helmholz Institution, but we didn't give shares away. So that's just when the Helmholz Institution said, okay, that's a really innovative idea, then they gave money to us. But we are selling the first MVP already. So we are making around 200K revenue, but we wanted to raise money. That's why between pre-seed and seed, because we want to make our platform more scalable. So we need a lot of manpower to do that.
So you've kind of like half bootstrap, but also got this nice injection of capital, and now you're looking to really take off.
Exactly. And that's honestly a hard question to say, where do you want to be in 5 years? I know it personally, but it's hard to answer for ExoMatter. Definitely, we want to have more employees and more customers. And of course, when you have more customers, you grow also not vertically, but also horizontally, so more market and all this stuff. But our vision is, and I'm pretty sure that we are one step further in this case, is to start when a company is searching for materials, to start with ExoMatter and end with ExoMatter. So the big Google of materials development. So maybe we are a little Google in 5 years for that.
For a very specific market sector, but also an extremely important one, I imagine.
Yes, I mean, we are starting in renewable energies because there are a lot of power actually in the market. But we can go in all kind of industries where materials is the key, and materials is the key for so many innovations out there in the market.
Do you need specific data sets for each of these different types of materials? Or can you pull in data sets and kind of mix them all together so that different material science data can actually learn from each other?
It's a mix of both answer you gave. So you can, or every industry needs a new data set, but they're always the same properties. So it's really scalable. And the second one, you can mix everything together, and then the KI is learning and producing better performance.
Interesting stuff.
It is.
It sounds like a big challenge, but definitely a worthy one. Now, since we're here at the Munich Urban Colabs and you're part of the XPRENEURS program, definitely wanted to ask you about how you have enjoyed being part of their program and how you have benefited from being part of the XPRENEURS.
I have to start at the first touch point with Unternehmertum. I mean, I studied at TUM, but years ago, so I wasn't in touch with the Unternehmertum. But then I met Thomas Zeller, one of the managing directors of Unternehmertum, in an event. I cannot remember which one, but it doesn't matter, in front of the toilets. And then I was speaking with him, and then he said, your story, that sounds a really great fit for XPRENEURS. And I didn't get it that he was a managing director, because he spoke with me like a startup from startup. And then I met him again because he invited me for lunch here in the Munich Urban Colab. And then he said, yeah, you have to do your application there for XPRENEURS. That's a really great fit. And then we did it. And after that, I recognized that he was a managing director. The story why I'm telling that is, that's exactly how the Unternehmertum community is working. So it doesn't matter which kind of managing director or employee or working student, they're helping each other in the startup world. And that's the most benefit here. And that's so great to have it in Munich. Especially the XPRENEURS, it was great for us. I'm not sure if we would be alive, honestly, when we didn't participate in XPRENEURS, because it's, here in the Colab, it's like a huge sales deal pipeline. You're sitting there, and then you're checking your mails, and then, for example, Wacker is coming, and then you pitch 5 minutes, and then you got it directly into the right person, and then you can, the warm intros, it's so helpful in our case.
Yeah.
And of course, all the mentoring, it's a high quality mentoring, especially this team here. Our mentor was Leo, and he did a great job. He was always on point and gave us a lot of push, do it. And and we have another mentor from Bosch, Nick, and that's so crazy because every week he's talking with us 4 hours. And even now that we are not anymore in the batch, in the XPRENEURS batch, he's talking with 4 hours per week, and he didn't get money for that or anything. So he's really passionate about ExoMatter and all the startup.
Yeah, that's interesting. I've never got that answer before, but it makes a lot of sense. The lack of hierarchy, where you can just go and talk to somebody and you get access to this wonderful network, and there are no barriers in your way accessing all points of the network here.
That's exactly this point, because some of my friends are doing consulting now for startups, and they ask me, what do you need? You don't need any more mentoring coaching. There's so many mentoring coaching out there. You need really help in case of you coming to the right person and speaking with them without hierarchy. And that's what you have here in the Unternehmertum community. In the end, the people are the core here. And if I can just go up and talk to Helmut or to Thomas or whatever, that's the great.
That's not to be underestimated, how valuable that is. Having access to people who can put you in touch with other people.
And really everyone knows how it's worked, right? You're talking with someone. This guy knows 5 other people, and they know. I mean, it's in everyday life the same. I would say.
That's fantastic. Then to close out, one piece of advice for other startups to get them from where you started to where you are now.
Don't be shy, and really ask or say what you want to say. Have a standing in front of the people. Not be arrogant, that's something else, but on a smart, funny way.
I think fresh is like being a smart ass.
Yeah, exactly. So be a smart ass. That's maybe the point, because you have to do it, and no one else will do it for you. And I think that would be my best advice. Go out there and show them who you are, and then.
Good, we'll take it. Ben, thank you so much for sitting with us today, and lots of luck and lots of success on your future journey.
Thank you.
Next time on Startup Knockout, tackling bias in radiology using AI. Sound a little bit impossible? Well, tune in for our discussion with River.ai. It might change your mind.